Hello everyone! Below is the reading of the second writing exercise in an attempt to train myself to write out clear and succinct ideas and concepts in the least amount of time. As I stated in the previous video and will state in all subsequent exercise videos, the ideas and concepts that you observe in the writing exercise are to be considered in the light of mental doodling and deserve about as much care and consideration. If you find something interesting, funny, or thought-provoking in the presentation, I would love to hear about it. Now, on to the reading. Oh, and just one more word, this is off script, but this video will also have no cuts. We're just gonna roll with the punches. So this is writing exercise number 2. The date is June 27th, 2024, and here it begins. Well, here I am with the next installment of this writing exercise. This exercise is so fascinating because it really demonstrates how the act of writing is totally independent from the thinking patterns. As I was giving thought to what I wanted to say in this exercise, I had all these beautiful and powerful thoughts go flashing through my mind. But now that the hands are actually on the keyboard, the ideas seem to fade like mist in the morning. I will try to keep the ideas separated a little bit more clearly using paragraphs. That should help me try to write a complete thought in the form of a paragraph before going on to the next concept or idea. Well, if I can't think about what to write about, then at least I can throw some ideas out there, and maybe my mind will latch onto one of those concepts. I'll start by first listing the ideas as they come to my mind, maybe make a list of the items, and then start playing around with the subjects as they emerge. Number 1, music. Number 2, sustainable living. Number 3, waste management. 4, education. 5, reading. 6, creative influences. 7, spirituality. 8, responsibilities. 9, mythologies, archetypes. 10, relationships. Well, that is quite a list. As always, I bring more ideas to the table than are necessary, but once again, that's what this exercise is designed to perform: show the weaknesses in thought patterns and strengths, and train the mind and creative process to craft and mold the appropriate mode of creativity. I will take the first item in the list and attempt to give some thoughts on the subject. Once I have written at least a paragraph of thought on the subject, I'll move on. This is an inside comment, but I keep on fighting against the urge to go back and edit on the fly. I really must swear off using the backspace key. From now on, there will be no use of the backspace key. If I need to make an edit, I will simply use the ellipsis and pick up the new and improved idea or spelling. Buckle up, this is going to get ugly. Back to the original point. Each subject will get a bit of time, or until the clock runs out. It is currently at 24 minutes. Music. My thoughts. Well, I enjoy music and spend a fair bit of time in the consumption and creation of music. I haven't yet listened to a genre that I can't appreciate in some form or other. Some music captures my soul a little more than others, but the most important thing to remember about music, or any subject for that matter, is to define what is meant by the word. Music is the part of the human experience that deals with the currency of sound as a means of conveying and interpreting emotion. Boy, that was a convoluted definition, wasn't it? I will try to break that down and clean it up a little bit. All humans feel an emotional response to their environment. The response may be stronger in some than others. The emotions can be good, bad, sweet, painful, angry, bitter. The list is almost endless. Every emotion has a particular frequency of energy associated with it. I'm treading dangerous waters and speculating out loud, but when has that stopped me before? The human experience seems to indicate that the frequency of psychological response to some stimuli, i.e. emotion, can be directly linked or can be directly linked to the experience or can be induced by some trigger stimuli. What I mean by this is that you could actually fall in love and have the waves of emotion cascade through your soul in a direct response to the action of falling in love. You could be hiking through the mountains and, God forbid, experience the actual...
Recording and uploading is almost done. 30 seconds left.
Well, I guess my recording time's almost done. You probably got that through the recording. Well, go ahead, pause that here. Hopefully we don't end up with that again. We'll carry on. You could be hiking through the mountains and, God forbid, experience the actual terror of being stalked by a wild beast. You could be in war and experience the mixed feelings of fear, excitement, patriotism, love, of adventure, and other feelings that stem from that experience. As you see, the list is as long as the number of things that humanity is designed to experience. What music and art in general deals in is the triggering of the emotional state of an experience without the actual lived experience. Not only this, because it almost cheapens the beauty of what music is accomplishing, to say that it is a mere trigger, music is the language of the soul that is trying to speak to the emotion, but doesn't have the words to encode the experience. It's almost heartbreaking in a way, the idea that there is a part of each and every one of us that experiences a reality and then has an emotional reaction, and then wants to speak to the emotion, but can't talk. The one thing that the soul turns to, why do I keep on spelling soul? It's frustrating. As I was saying, the one thing that the soul turns to is art, the use of color, the use of sounds, the use of dance, or other medium allows the otherwise mute portion of our being to speak and convey information. This is why music is so important. It is a part of our language, the ability to encode part of the human experience. Very much akin to what I am doing right here. This is why I feel no qualms about writing in this fashion and sharing it with all you lovely people. This writing is like a live music session where anything can be created, both good and bad. It is a picture of our world, in particular, a picture of my inner world, flaws and all. Back to music, though. So, the definition of music is in its most basic form, is the use of sound to express and convey emotion. The emotion can be good or bad, positive or negative. The most amazing thing about music, though, is that it can alter the current emotional state of the listener and put them in another state of consciousness. I'm not going to even worry about fixing this spelling right now. The listener may have just pulled up to the gym and wants a bit of motivation. What do? They put some driving and forward-moving music in their ears with a mixture of positive and negative emotions baked into the sound. This then drives them to engage with a positive emotion that gets them through the hard work of training the body to become stronger. This concludes the writing exercise. I hope that this encourages you to try your hand at your own methods of improving your mind and ability to communicate. May you be blessed in whatever task you undertake. Have a wonderful day. Bye-bye.